Hey guys, this video is for Cool Christensen. He liked my flashlight video, and he wanted to see these three specific lights, more, in depth and detail. So I'm going to show you the USM Light. I'm going to show you the Little Pelican Mighty Light in blue. And he mentioned this light. I wasn't sure if he was talking about the light itself or the lanyard. This lanyard that I have attached to here has nothing to do with the company at all whatsoever. It's just a knife lanyard actually I got in a trade. So again, I'm sorry, I'm not sure if you want to see the lanyard. I really have no more information about the lanyard, but I can show you the light in this video, just in case that's what you wanted to see. Okay, so I'm going to go through one at a time. First I'll talk about the USM Light. Pretty cool flashlight. I actually picked this up at a garage sale, a local garage sale, about, I don't know, I think it was last summer, so it's been about a year now. I bought this for $1. I thought it was awesome. USN stands for United States Navy. This used to be one of the flashlights they kept like in their lockers, I guess for when they're up on deck and stuff like that. Basically, it's got a real heavy like poly resin body, really thick, durable plastic. The side here has a, and by the way, it also has the United States emblem on here. It's kind of hard to see all that scripture, but if I read it to you, it says permissible electronic flashlight, and it says approved for use in methane and air mixtures only. Okay, so obviously certain flashlights, people don't realize this, but if you go into certain environments, let's say a propane leak in a house or something, like you're a fireman or something like that. If you turn on a flashlight in there and it's not sealed properly, it's not completely air, sealed, and doesn't have the proper, functions in there, and sometimes they'll have little, I forget what they're called, well, I guess little carbon tablets or something like that, that also catches any gas just in case. Basically, what it does is when you turn on a flashlight, you're using electricity. So you don't obviously want to be in an environment where there's, explosive gas or flammable gas in the air and use electricity. Obviously not too smart. So certain flashlights are recommended, or approved, I should say, for situations like that, and others aren't. So anyway, the back here has a kind of a clip in the down positions when you're using it, or it just folds up. It's got a pin in there. You can now use this little clip here to hang it, on a hook or something like that, or maybe attach this to your belt, something like, similar. That just folds down. You open the tail cap here. It does take 2 D batteries, which I put 2 in here to, for demonstration purposes. 2 D size cells. Okay. In the tail cap itself, you have the spring. Pop the spring off. You have another little piece here that hides your spare bulb. So in case your bulb burns out, you have a spare one there. And actually, I just took it out of the case in accident. You see here, just a little ring that kind of keeps that in place. So I'll put that back on the bottom of the cap here. Actually, I'm having a hard time keeping it straight. There we go. Alright, and the spring goes back in. There you have it. Put the tail cap back on. The front end, or business end of the flashlight, I'm going to unscrew that for you to show you the parts. You have a very heavy duty, you see there how thick that is, glass lens, okay, and you have, which is on the bottom here, an O-ring, okay, to keep it, keep moisture and water out, to keep a good, perfect seal on that glass. So I'm going to put these back together here. Put this back in the top. Okay. Then you have the lens itself, which is connected to the bulb. There's actually a spring in here. You push down here and you turn this cylinder. Okay. If you unscrew this piece here, it's a little hard because I got to keep downward pressure on here because of the spring. There we go. You have the bulb. Okay, just lifts in and out, and put that back in. The reason there's spring on there because it keeps tension on these two pins, which again I'll show you in just a moment, which are right in the front here. It's actually one piece, and that keeps the bulb from moving around when you're using it. Just tighten that down. There we go. Very simple. We can see in there. Try to get some better light. Basically, you have just some the copper piece that's it's where the battery, positive end of the battery meets that copper, and obviously that's going to be on the bottom of your bulb here. So, assembling this, just put that back on. Screw this down. And that's basically all the parts. How to use this, and a lot of older flashlights work the same way. You have a button, okay, and then a switch. You push the button down, push the switch up. Like, you can't move the switch very easily. You push the button down, okay, and then push the switch in the first position. Okay, let me show you that again here. Down, clicks in the first position. Now you have the flashlight so you can use momentary on. By pushing the button down, the flashlight goes on. You let go, it goes off. Okay, so it's only when you want it. By pushing the button down and pushing forward to the second position, it's constant on. Okay, so you don't have to use your finger to use that. Let me show you again. First position, that's momentary on. Second position, constant on. So you have it. I mean, if you can see the light looks pretty bright here. It's actually it's a pretty good flashlight considering this was, I believe, made somewhere in the late 50s, early 60s. But it has a lot of artifacts, meaning there's a lot of shades and spots like that. But it's pretty decent for its time, for sure. And of course, the Army uses the best. So at the time, this was the best. Pretty nice, pretty cool vintage light. Put that aside. I'm going to talk about this Photon Light. The company that makes this light is Photon. That's P-H-O-T-O-N. This is their Freedom Micro model. This pops off here. Okay, you get three pieces with this. You get the light. You get this piece here, which you can use to clip the light to something. There's also three very strong earth magnets on the bottom, so you can use this to, stick to any kind of metal. Actually, this is not magnetic at all. So, let me show you real quick. Of course, I can't find anything metal. Oh, here, I got my monochrome in my pocket. So, just to show you there. So it does have nice earth magnets. Good to have a knife on you, not just to cut things. But anyway, that's the one kind of cradle piece you get with this. So you have different carry options and how you want to use it. And then what I don't have on screen is just a very cheap like nylon cord, so you can wear this around your neck if you wished. It also, of course, has a little, I believe that's called a crab leg or crab arm clip, something like that. Just real simple. So basically, let me scoot back in. All right. And what I meant is I'm just pushing my chair back up. This is basically like the keychain light I showed in my other video, but it has a lot more options. Tap to turn it on, and tap to turn it off. But when you turn it on, if you push and hold, it'll slowly dim. So you can let go at any point. If I want to use just a little light, I can use there. Turn it back on, it's bright again. Let's say I want to use that much light, so I'll let go, and so I can actually pick what level of light I want. Besides that, I have a couple other modes on this. Basically, you turn it on, hold it. It'll go through all the modes, and then once it gets to the dimmest position, and you're going to still hold it. Now it's in the next mode, which is just a slow strobe. Do you see here? Okay. If I push and hold, go into the next mode, which is a much faster strobe. And then the final mode, push and hold, is really fast strobe. So there you go. And actually, I think one of those modes was actually SOS, but I forgot about that. So basically, keychain light, totally upgraded. All right, I'm almost at 10 minutes, so let's stop it here and make a part 2. I'll catch you there.